When my husband told me the affair was just emotional, he looked relieved, like that phrase alone should soften the damage, like it was supposed to mean something, like I should be grateful it didn't go further. We had been married 11 years, 2 kids, a house full of routines so predictable we could move through rooms without speaking. I thought that meant stability. He said it meant distance. The night he confessed, he kept repeating the same lines. I never touched her. It was just talking. She understood me. He cried while saying it. I didn't. I remember noticing strange details instead. The way he wouldn't say her name, the way his hands shook when he reached for water, the way he watched my face, like he was gauging how much truth I could handle. I asked who she was. He said she was a coworker, different department. Someone who listened. I asked how long. 6 months, he said too fast. I asked if he loved her. No, he said immediately. I believed him. That's the part I still struggle with admitting. We agreed to work through it. Counseling, transparency, open phones, long conversations that went in circles. He promised it was over. Promised he'd blocked her, promised he wanted our family. For a while, things seemed better. He was present in ways that felt deliberate, helpful, careful, like someone following instructions. I started to breathe again. That's when the messages started. Anonymous texts, blocked numbers, screenshots of dating profiles he claimed were old, photos of him at bars on nights he said he was working late, short lines that felt like riddles. Ask him about the conference in May, check the hotel charges from last month. I assumed it was spam or someone bored or cruel, but the details were too specific. Still, I had nothing concrete, and in real life, suspicion without proof just makes you look paranoid. So I stayed quiet. Until the knock. It was a Saturday afternoon. The kids were at my sister's house. I was folding laundry when the doorbell rang. I expected a delivery. Instead, a woman stood there holding a small gift bag. She looked about my age, professional, composed in a way that takes effort. Her hands were clenched so tightly the bag was creased. She said my husband's name. I nodded. Then she said, I think we need to talk. I stepped aside without thinking. My body already knew. She sat on the edge of the couch like she wasn't sure she was allowed to exist there. She introduced herself, not as a coworker, as his girlfriend, not past tense, present. She told me everything. They hadn't just talked. They'd traveled together for work, shared hotel rooms. Weekends, he said, were conferences. Nights, he said, were late meetings. He'd told her we were separated, that we were only together for the kids, that I knew about her and didn't care. She pulled out her phone. Messages, photos, voice notes, recordings of him talking about how unhappy he was at home, how trapped he felt, how he just needed time before things were official. The timestamps overlapped with nights he kissed me goodnight and told me he was exhausted. Halfway through, she started crying. She said she found out the truth when someone from his office congratulated her on the engagement. She hadn't known he'd proposed to me again the month before, a quiet symbolic ring meant to represent rebuilding trust. She handed me the gift bag. Inside was a framed photo of them together. She said she didn't know what to do with this, but she couldn't keep lying to you. I thanked her. She looked surprised by that. She left a few minutes later. I was still sitting there when my husband came home. He smiled when he saw me, started talking about his day. I slid the phone across the table, the one she'd left behind so I could copy everything. He stopped mid-sentence. His face changed instantly. I said, she came here.